Hey guys, this is Mrs. Lane, and I just wanted to check in and see how you were doing. I hope you're doing well, and walk you through the reading choice board that you're going to be working from this week. It's called Adventures in Reading, and it says choose any two boxes on the choice board to do this week, and be sure to submit what you do to your fifth grade Google Classroom. Anything that requires a written response needs to be written in a complete sentence. And if you do anything that you want to take a picture of and share online, that would be awesome too. So now I'm just going to kind of walk you through each of the boxes and what the expectations are for those or what that means. So the first choice box is it's news to me. And it says go to www.newsela or newsela.com and choose an article to read. Then once you've chosen that article, you need to answer these questions. Which article did you choose? What are two new things you learned? And answer in complete sentences. Would also be interested in knowing why you chose the article you chose. So let me show you what this website looks like. When you go there, if you're not already a member, you can sign up as a student for students and readers. So, are you joining a teacher's class? Let's say no, because you probably don't have one set up. It says no problem. You can always join a class later. So, you enter your birthday and then, it says, is your teacher using Google Classroom? You could sign in with Google as well. Um, Once you get signed in, this is what the website looks like. So I already have an account for me personally, but over here you can pick from different categories: arts, health, science, sports. Um, there's the latest news, and um, so what basically what you're going to get to do is choose anything you want to read on this website. Um, the other cool thing, so let's just click on this one since it's the main headline. Alabama student names NASA's first Mars helicopter. So I'm already looking at the title. I'm making an inference. It looks to me like NASA had some sort of contest, right? And an Alabama student got to name it. But the cool thing about this website is it it gives you different reading levels. And you may not know which reading level you are, but if you start to read an article and it feels too hard, you might could come over here and scale it down. And the article will be adjusted for you. Now I see lots of text features in this article. I see a photograph and a caption and some subtitles or subheadings. Um, and so that's what that first box is on our, I'll go back to just reading an article from there and answering some questions. The next one is a text scavenger hunt. It says search your house for as many different types of things that someone could read. Make a list of what you found. So if you do this one, please put a title on your list, call it the text scavenger hunt, and really walk through your house and see what types of things you can find. I don't have a visual of this, but I'm just looking around right now where I'm sitting. I see magazines next to my bed. My home office is in my bedroom. I see books, chapter books that I have checked out from the library. I see nonfiction books. I see lots of teacher books. I have a whole stack of books that I'm hoping to read. Um, I also see my calendar, my teacher journal where I keep my calendar. Um, there, if you think about your kitchen, you might have recipe books or cookbooks. Um, just anything. I want you to try to think of anything. Newspapers, if some of you still, if your families get newspapers, we don't, but mail, there's all kinds of, we get tons of junk mail at our house. So make a list of all the different things that you think you could read. Your phone screen, your computer screen. I challenge you to see how long you can make your list, and surely you can come up with more than 5. I mean, I hope we could come up with more than 10. So that's what this box is. So technically, this box actually isn't so much doing the reading, it's more exploring what type things you could read in your home. The next one is called Right Here, Right Now. Write a short journal entry about anything you want, anything at all. Read it to yourself. Are there any revisions you could make? So I love to write in my journal. I love to pick what it is that I want to write about. Sometimes the latest writing I did in my journal was just a list of things that I am grateful for. Because some days when I'm feeling a little angry about being stuck in my house or sad, it's really good for me to just sort of stop and think about what I'm grateful and thankful for. And and so, but maybe you could write about your birthday if you had one while we've been at home. Maybe you could write about what you did last weekend. Or maybe you could write about what you hope to do when we're able to go back to school. Um, Anything you want. Writing is important because it is a 100% connected to reading. The two go together. And the stronger writer you are, the stronger reader you are, and vice versa. So if that's your thing, that's a box that you could choose. Next, we're going to move to read to someone. Pick anything you want to read and then pick someone to read to. You can even read to your teachers. So you could record yourself reading and then send it in to your teachers if you don't have anyone at home that you could read to. Reading to yourself is also reading to someone. Um, but I know that lots of you have younger brothers and sisters or nieces and nephews that are with you that you might could read to. You could read to your dog or your cat. You could read to your stuffed animal or anything you want. Just find something and read to someone else. I think that this one is important because not only does it help you work on your reading, but it also establishes a connection with someone else and with the text that you're reading. So that's just a really cool thing. The middle one is free choice. Surprise me with another way you read this week and make it interesting. So there are um, there are lots of unusual ways or different ways that you can read that you might not have thought of before. Maybe you and someone in your house play a game, a board game, and you have to read the instructions. And that might be a type of reading that you didn't think you were going to do. Or maybe you want to write a letter to someone that you miss, or a letter to someone that you may not ever send, but you could do that. And then when you read that, that would be a new form of reading. Free choice just means that you get to choose. Memes, and more memes. Can you create 3 appropriate memes about learning from home or something else that is important in your life? Well, so I went to a website called imgflip.com. It's a meme generator. And I picked this picture. I didn't upload it, but you can upload pictures yourself. But I love Yoda and I love Star Wars, so I made the meme, learn at home, you will. I don't have a good Yoda voice, but you get the idea. Um, so if you want to choose this box, you can go to the meme, create a meme. And it says create 3. And so once you've created I think you have to create an account to be able to download it, but you could also screenshot it probably. if you wanted to submit those to your teachers, and just make them appropriate, but try to be as clever and humorous as you can. And I'm not going to lie, when I went to go make the meme today, it was challenging, only because there's so many pictures to choose from, and I have so many different thoughts about learning from home or other important things that are going on in my life. But so that one might be fun just because of the challenge. And again, it involves reading and writing, which are skills that we need to constantly be working on. The next one is called TV text time. And so it says, do you know how to turn on closed captioning on your TV? Did you know you can read while you watch TV? Explore and see if you discover this cool trick. So, true story. I'm not sure I know how to turn it on my TV, but we do leave it on. So what that means is when you're watching TV, have you ever seen the words at the bottom that correspond with what the people on the TV are saying? I'm going to show you. Here's a little video that we can watch that kind of talks about this, and you'll see why I added this choice to our reading choice board. So watch this video right quick. Oh, we can't hear him. So that little video showed how leaving the captions on while you read will help your reading improve. So if you do that, just record, maybe write down which show it is that you watched and some things you read while you were watching the show. The next box is called Song Summaries, and it says choose 2 or 3 songs and listen to the lyrics. Look up the words to the songs. Make sure they're appropriate for school. I know that's going to be hard with some of the songs that we like to listen to these days. Write down interesting parts from the songs and write a summary of what your favorite song is about. So, I thought of a song that I like that makes me happy. And when you go to YouTube to look it up, um, make sure you type the word lyrics so that you get the video that actually shows the lyrics to the song. And I want to remind you, make sure that the lyrics are appropriate for school, but also as you're reading the lyrics on the screen, check to see if the person that typed them into their YouTube video did it correctly. Because I promise you, there are so many mistakes. People make mistakes with how to spell the word your, Y-O-U-R, Y-O-U, apostrophe R-E. See if you can find any like edits or revisions to make. But here's what I'm talking about. I love this song. So I typed it in, and I'm going to listen and look up the lyrics, and then I'm going to write down interesting parts from it and a summary of it.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. Feel that hot blood
I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You gon' like the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Under the lights when everything goes.
Okay, so you get the idea. I love that song. It makes me so happy. And so I would listen to the song, I would watch the words, which are called the lyrics, and I would write down interesting parts from the song. I love so from that song I might would write one of my favorite parts is when the song says, I got that sunshine in my pocket. Got that good soul song. See, this is where I get confused. Um, and I would talk about what I thought that that meant. And I think a summary of that song would be dancing makes people happy and feel good, and that's an okay way to be. And I think especially now we need to find some good songs that make us want to dance. The last box is genres galore. And I hope that you know what the word genre means. Um, and it says, what is your favorite genre to read? Find something to read on Myon.com from your favorite genre and then share what you read. So, as a reminder, I Googled types of genre or genres of books, and this is just a teacher's Weebly page that I found, Mrs. Meredith's Language Arts. She's a sixth grade teacher, but that's okay because you guys are practically sixth graders. OMG. Um, so, you know that there are two main types, nonfiction, fiction. Think about which type is your favorite to read within those: mysteries, legends, poetry, historical fiction, fairy tales, fables, tall tales, science fiction, informational. I love, that's probably one of my favorites lately. Myth, biography, fantasy, folk tales, and autobiographies. So, if you're not familiar with what those are, you can find a web page like this and just review and familiarize yourself. But then you can go to Myon. I was already in Myon. Don't make me have to. Nope, that was where I was doing my search. Let me go back in. So when you go into Myon, you can go to library and do a search. And look, if I said that if mystery was my favorite, I can do a search. 130 books come up. And then you can find something. Oh, I love Bermuda Triangle and ghosts and haunted houses. Maybe I do like mystery more than I thought. Or maybe I like fantasy, right? Look, 20 things come up. Now sometimes it's going to come up because it just has the word fantasy. But these discover gnomes, halflings, and other wondrous fantasy beings. That's absolutely fantasy. Um, wow. What's another one? Oh, I do like poetry. So let's see what happens when I do that. Look, even Myon has poem books that you can read. Here's one about how to write cool poem books. So that would that actually be poetry or would it be informational? You tell me. All right, so um, that's what this choice board is like, and I appreciate you listening to me for this whole time. I know I talked a lot, but I think this is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a really cool way for you to see all the different ways that you can read and write at your home that aren't just textbooks or things that are assigned to you. Like you get to choose. It's your choice. And the more you read, the smarter you will be. So challenge yourself every day to do some sort of reading and reflecting. And that's it. Just let me or any of your teachers know if you have any questions, okay? Can't wait to see what you come up with next week. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.